Hi, I'm Nikki.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jamie.
And this is America's Asses, a Galcast.
Another week, another episode.
Episode 3.
Very good. So we did not do this the last episode. We must make it clear that we are MCU-centric podcast hosted by ladies for everyone, right? And this stretch of shows are going to be dedicated to WandaVision because it's a great effing show. And one more thing I wanted to add. This I'll cut this part out. I forgot to say. I think I'm gonna stop bleeping out our swears because we have a swear in our title.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm all for it.
It's hard not to swear. I don't know about you guys, but I know Jamie. I know it's got to be hard for you.
Very.
All right, Jamie, episode 3.
The intro to the show is us seeing Wanda and Vision preparing for the baby. We saw in the end of episode 2 that Wanda was pregnant. So this is how episode 3 kicks off.
Oh, boy.
So, the cheesy sitcom, 70s. This episode is based off of the Brady Bunch, as we see. So that was a fun little nod.
Mary Tyler Moore Show.
And that Partridge.
And a Partridge Family.
Yeah.
Also, I read somewhere The Courtship of Eddie's Father, but I remember that show in reruns, but I don't remember it enough to where I would be like, oh yeah, I see it.
No, I don't. I don't know that show.
Never heard of it.
So The Courtship of Eddie's Father starred not Lou Ferrigno, but the guy who played Bruce Banner. The guy
Mark Ruffalo?
No, not Mark
I'm so
Ruffalo.
confused. Who are we talking about?
No. Okay. So in the 70s.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to look it up.
Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby. Thank you. You have better typing hands than me.
That's my job all the time. Lisa, look this up. How old's this person? Are they still alive? What are they doing? Who is it? Can you look them up? Google that. All the time.
So Bill Bixby was the original Bruce Banner, and he was in Courtship of Eddie's Father. But anyway, I'm sorry.
The more you know.
Exactly.
It's not really a tidbit. I do have some tidbits, not as many as last episode, but I do have
some tidbits too. It'll be interesting to see if we have the same tidbits.
Yes.
I would almost say we probably do because we are of the same brain.
I know, but I'm kind of hoping like someone has different tidbits.
Me too. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
All right.
Okay, so speaking of tidbits, I'm going to get to one in the very beginning.
Ooh.
After the intro, we see a doctor examining Wanda and Vision, questioning how it happened so fast regarding her pregnancy.
I am so sorry. Can we go back to the opening credits?
Sure.
Yes.
Because this needs to be said. Paul Bettany's his freaking arms in those shirts. Oh, honey. Now, you ladies know me. I don't like kissing super skinny people. But man, Polly boy was like the perfect amount of skinny and arm muscle. And holy moly, this mommy. I was like, okay, kids, can you just leave mommy alone?
Go to bed.
Now, is it between him and the Duke?
Oh my God, the Duke too.
Yes.
Duke of Hastings, man. Whew. He's another one.
Who's got better arms?
I don't know.
Oh man.
That's a hard call. The Duke of Hastings hands down has better arms, but it's just in these shirts, they were just perfect amount of tightness, but they look so good on him, and he just looked so good. I don't know. I have this thing for like creepy professor look, and that's the whole vibe he was given this entire
for sure.
episode. Was that like he needs to be wearing the corduroy jacket with the elbow patches, you know?
I also think it was the way his hair was styled this episode too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the glasses, the big, huge 70s glasses.
Yes.
I do have a tidbit about the opening credits.
Ooh, lay it on me.
The department store that Wanda and Vision come out of at the beginning of the opening credits after they buy all their baby stuff, it says Wentworth's. So did some digging on who is Wentworth. Remember, we had commented on the store Wentworth's before?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And for the children.
For the children.
Turns out Wentworth is Deirdre Wentworth. She's a super genius scientist who was highly trained in martial arts, and she has superhuman strength and she could fly. And then she went by the alias Superia. She was a villain. And then she ended up being recruited to join the Dark Avengers as one of the Ms. Marvels.
I like that tidbit.
And then there's a tidbit within the tidbit. Ms. Marvel is scheduled to join the MCU, and she's supposed to have her own series in a couple of years. And
Yes, I did know that.
she's going to be featured in Captain Marvel too. But I don't think that Deirdre, that Superia, will be that Miss Marvel. Because Ms. Marvel, there's a lot of incarnations of Ms. Marvel. So just a little tidbit. Ding.
So I just from the beginning, noticing that they go out to get ice cream, and obviously she eats his ice cream because he doesn't eat. But then you see him cooking like a million burgers. That just for her, just because she's pregnant. So,
I kind of thought of it like they're the stereotypical Americana family. I thought he was cooking burgers for like the neighborhood, like a neighborhood cookout.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, but he's cooking all this stuff. How does he know how to cook if he doesn't eat?
Well, that goes back to, was it Civil War where he's cooking spaghetti for her? I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He reads. He can read.
True.
But
But I just thought that was
a
interesting.
Jamie Oliver book, I'm sure.
You see them walking around the neighborhood, and even when they're buying baby clothes, Agnes is with her. You see her like in the beginning, you come back and she's not really that pregnant, and nobody knows that she's really pregnant. I was just kind of confused why they show this whole beginning of her pregnant and, riding their bicycle around town, but then nobody's supposed to know.
That makes sense.
Like
Didn't even think about that.
That I just
didn't
kind of
either.
noticed. And then there's in the opening song, it's talking about cooking, like cooking something. Like, does that mean the baby's cooking?
Yeah,
like they're
probably.
cooking a baby.
Could be.
That's a good observation. Could be.
I like it.
That was my observation from the beginning. So
Love it.
continue on to our lovely recap.
Sorry, Jamie.
Okay. No, please. I welcome it. We got 3 sets of eyes on this, so we got to pick up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
We're going to go back to the doctor checking out Wanda and Vision's questioning how it's happened so fast. Funny little tidbit. This pregnancy of Wanda's mirrors the comics because she gets pregnant like that.
Yes.
And then her pregnancy is like a speed pregnancy in the comics. So that was a nice little nod to the comics.
Very good.
So then the doctor approximates Wanda's pregnancy at about 4 months. Vision, if he could turn white as a ghost, he turns white as a ghost. And Wanda is like pure joy. Vision does make the suggestion, though, that they keep it a secret.
Which is going back to my question.
Exactly. Like, why keep it a secret?
Right.
Like we just saw her yesterday and she wasn't pregnant. Now all of a sudden she looks like she's 4 months pregnant.
Okay, Jamie, back me up here. One day, you're pregnant and you're like, oh, I can't wait to look like I'm pregnant. The next day, ba-boom.
Oh, yeah. You wake up and you're like, where did you come from?
Holy moly.
So now the next thing we see is Herb.
Herb.
Oh, God, Herb. He is cutting through the wall, almost like their fence between the yards, and he just seems completely unfazed
Yep. Totally
that
out
you're
of it.
going into like cement.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I am
No.
so sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I'm looking at my notes and I have this big eye roll emoji on my notes because back when the doctor was saying the stages of pregnancy to fruits,
The simple-mindedness of women.
Yeah.
I have that written down too.
We let the little ladies keep tabs on the babies using fruit. Keeps it simple for them. What the fuck are you talking about, old man?
Well, it was in the 70s and they didn't think very much of us.
True. Well, a lot of people still don't, but tough shit.
Look at us now.
Yeah. Go ahead. I just wanted to point that out because it disgusted me. But again, A for accuracy of the times.
Precisely. So after Herb is cutting through the fence, we see inside that Wanda is suddenly gigantic.
Whoa, Nelly.
This episode, I feel like she's also using her powers a lot more because you see her, like whipping together the nursery. Like the crib is up, the bassinet is up, like all these decorations are going up. And that's when Wanda feels the very first flutter. And then the mobile comes to life.
I had an observation about that.
Which part?
So the mobile is butterflies. Butterflies are a sign of rebirth. And then one of the butterflies lands on Vision's nose.
Oh.
I just had a very, just kind of an observation that way.
No, that's amazing.
Wow.
I was just like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
That's
Butterflies,
awesome.
rebirth, and landing on Vision. I don't think that's a coincidence because everything means something.
Did you
It does.
notice that every time at every stage of Wanda's pregnancy, she's eating a fruit and it's the fruit that the doctor told her that her child
She should be.
She should
Yeah.
be. He's practicing changing a diaper. On Kitty Carryall, did you notice that?
Yes.
Brady Bunch?
I had her.
You had her?
Yeah, I think she was my cousin's.
Holy moly, you're so lucky. I wanted one of those dolls so bad, but Brady Bunch were done by the time I was born. It was all reruns. They did not make Kitty Carryall dolls. You are so lucky. Oh.
Yeah, it was a hand-me-down. I remember she was great.
Oh. So he's like
super speed,
changing a diaper. And she is cutting a pineapple, and that's the stage she should be at. I thought that was just fun. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. This is the first time we get the introduction that Wanda and Vision are tossing around names for the baby.
Okay.
One says Billy, one says Tommy, and they can't agree on a name. So they're like, well, the only solution is hope it's a girl. Then we see Vision quoting Shakespeare, and he goes, and I quote, all the world's a stage. All the men and women are merely players, which suggests that he senses that the people of Westview are simply just like players in a game.
Yep. I agree. I
Yes.
agree.
Like that was just so insightful.
He's starting to catch on in this episode.
Especially this episode, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, he is.
So then the very next scene we see is Vision practicing changing diapers at super
I'm
speed.
so sorry.
It's okay.
I totally
We just jump a millisecond ahead.
I'm so sorry.
So Vision is practicing changing diapers, and then Wanda starts having her Braxton Hicks contractions. But when she starts having these contractions, everything in the house goes absolutely haywire. And then it eventually causes a neighborhood power outage. To which then Wanda starts to worry that the neighbors think it's all their fault. And so this is the first time that Vision in this episode is questioning something. He starts to question, the dinner from episode 1, The Hearts, questioning Herb's strange behavior this morning. And he goes, something is wrong here. So when he states something is wrong, it takes Wanda back. So she completely changes the scene. So she hopes that Vision doesn't catch on because it almost looks like a rewind and a retake.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Where she's like,
Yeah.
nope, change the script. Like, this is not happening. You're not going to say that in my episode.
Just kind of like blips and then it like restarts again.
The last time she did that, she went no. And then she
Right.
purposely
Beekeeper.
Yes.
Right.
So and then she purposely rewound everything. But this time she just looked baffled. And then it was it just glitched.
It just like
and
just
started over
glitched and
again.
jumped.
Yeah.
It was almost like they did like an immediate retake.
Right.
Chopped it and cut it really bad.
Right. So my question is, was that Wanda or was that a bigger being doing it?
See, when I was watching it, I was thinking it was Wanda because
Yeah.
like she's trying to control everything, and when something threatens her reality,
You're right.
she completely changes it.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense. Yeah.
Just like with the hearts, where she told him to save
Yes.
him, and like
Yes.
you kind of breach that different wall. I
Mhm.
don't know if that's not necessarily the fourth wall, but where she's just kind of like pauses and says, "No, help
Right.
him."
Wanda starts her actual labor, which is much faster than they were thinking because they thought she had 3 days
Mhm.
by Vision's calculations. Clearly, he was a little wrong, or the baby decided it was coming early, which definitely happens. So she starts real labor, and then bam, her water breaks, and it's magically raining inside.
That's so cheesy.
I kind of loved it. I'm not gonna lie. So then it breaks for our commercial break, and we know we love our commercials.
Oh boy.
So
Uh-oh.
this commercial is for Hydra Soak. Find the goddess within.
I got a tidbit here, baby.
I do too, but you share your tidbit because I already shared a tidbit. And let's see if our tidbits are the same.
Okay. So it's made by Hydra, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., in an episode.
Yes.
Yes. Are we the same?
I think so.
Agent Coulson mentioned how Hydra had this mind controlling soap.
Yep. Right there with you.
Yes. So, plus, let me tell you, Agent Coulson, who doesn't have a secret crush on him? I'm just saying. God, I love that man. Do you know he's really in real life? He's married to Baby from
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey. Thank you. Yes, he's married to her. But we are of one mind, Jamie.
We
are of
are.
one mind. All right. Either that or we read the same article.
Well, you didn't keep going with your tidbit. My tidbit goes on.
Oh, do tell.
So you had mentioned about how Agent Coulson, you referred to Hydra as mind control soap.
Mm-hmm.
But the ad could also refer to the Mind Stone itself transforming Wanda into the Scarlet Witch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like
that. I thought that was fun.
I've got a stupid question.
Yes.
I thought she already is the Scarlet Witch. No?
They've never referred to her in any of the episodes thus far as the Scarlet Witch.
Nor in the movies either.
Really?
They never technically called her Scarlet Witch. No,
they always called her Wanda.
Right.
Really?
She only went by Wanda. Yeah. I mean, we know she's the Scarlet Witch, but no one has actually specifically called her that. They called Black Widow. Like she knew what her, her superhero name was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is just a many years long, many episodes and movies long origin story.
I think so.
Wow. Yeah. I did not know that. I did not know that. I love you guys. This is awesome. All right. That's cool.
So that concludes our commercial break.
Are we still thinking that those are her parents?
No. I mean, they're the same couple.
Yes, but then we see in later episodes that the commercials no longer have the same people. So I still can't connect that. I'm having a hard time with that. Initially, I definitely thought that they were because they were the same, the last, first, second, third episode. Now I have no idea.
Right. Well, that's, the genius of MCU getting that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. After the commercial break, we see Vision kind of panicking because Wanda's in labor. And so he literally runs to go get the doctor. and he leaves Wanda as her contractions continue to kind of get more intense. But then the doorbell rings. So Wanda goes to answer the door, and it's Geraldine.
Oh.
Wanda and Vision didn't want anyone to know about the pregnancy, so Wanda's trying to hide it. very badly. Somehow Geraldine doesn't notice, but she's trying to hide it with a coat, a basket of fruit, whatever it is. So,
all right. Like that.
Can I mention something about this?
yes.
When Geraldine walks in, she says she needs a bucket because her pipes burst from her ceiling and there's water everywhere. Is it kind of the same type of water that when Wanda's water broke? It sounds very similar because she said all of a sudden her pipes just started leaking from the ceiling. And we just saw that. Yeah. So I just kind of thought that was weird.
I kind of thought it was just because, when her contractions started, she caused the whole power outage in the neighborhood. It wasn't surprising to me that Geraldine said that her pipes had burst because clearly Wanda's having a little bit of an issue.
I just thought it was weird.
And I also think, and this is what I was going to come to next, like, because she keeps having contractions and every time she has a contraction, something happens. She's in the kitchen trying to get a bucket and her coat keeps changing because she's having contractions. I feel like it's maybe suggesting that she doesn't have full control over the world she created, especially like when she's not able to fully focus on it because she's focusing on labor.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Geraldine does what, a lovely neighbor does and invites herself in.
What does she take after Agnes?
She sits down, she starts talking, and Wanda's like, okay. So Wanda's sitting there trying not to let on that she's in active labor. And then all of a sudden she notices the stork from the nursery come off the wall. Like it came off the wall and it is alive and walking around in the living room.
I again, with your red, very prominent there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful shade of blood.
Your blood. Why do you be creepy like that?
I know,
right?
Well, I like horror movies.
Same.
I got blood red curtains in my dining room too. I'm not appropriate. I never have been, ladies. Come on.
And that is why we love you.
Yeah. So she tries to make the stork go away with her blood red magic, but
yeah, it's not working.
But it's not working. So why isn't it working? Does this mean that she's not really in charge or in control of everything?
Yes. Like what Jamie said before, she's focusing so much on giving birth. She can't focus on her abilities right now.
That was what I noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Geraldine is going on about her boss and then starts talking about Gravity O's cereal with little marshmallow moon men O's.
Do you have a tidbit there?
I do.
Okay, great. I want to hear it.
This marshmallow moon men O's alludes to Monica Rambeau and her familiarity with space.
Ooh.
And zero gravity.
Zero or zero?
Well, zero, but marshmallow moon men O's zero.
Oh. I was like, what does zero have to do with it? I was like, that's Brother One's dog's name. I was like, is there something that I missed with the name Zero?
You're idiots.
O and zero are the same.
Yeah.
A little slow on the uptake here.
Sorry.
All right, guys.
Love it.
Was that your tidbit?
No.
You have another tidbit.
Yeah. When she goes into active pushing, I got a tidbit.
Okay. So Wanda is trying to hide the stork with her powers, and clearly it's not working. So then Geraldine's like, oh, well, let me just go in here, and walks into the nursery and is like, oh my God, Wanda. And then turns, bam, she sees that Wanda's pregnant. You can't hide it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my. Like so innocent.
Oh, it's just a natural occurrence that the next day you just find out your friend's in active labor, didn't even know they were pregnant.
Oh, 100%. So now we see Vision finally arriving at the doctor's house as the doctor is struggling to get his vehicle working. Coincidence? Probably not.
Probably not.
Because they're supposed to go to Bermuda.
Exactly. So he literally whisks the doctor away. And Wanda, in the meantime, is turning the house upside down, literally with her contractions. So then Geraldine goes, I missed something. but I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Just super cool.
Pictures are spinning and just bubbling.
The chandelier drops on the table.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, that's normal.
I think I missed something. Yeah, you think?
In Geraldine's, well, we'll find out who Geraldine is. I mean, it was no secret that we know Monica Rambeau, but
yep,
in her life, she has seen this crazy stuff. So this is logical to her.
But not in this setting.
True.
Right.
Not
because
in this setting, yeah.
People in Westview don't or shouldn't seem to know anything outside of the ordinary.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Wanda is now laying on the ground and the baby is coming. Then we see her deliver in the world's fastest labor and pushing for like 3 pushes. Bam, out comes a baby boy. And as the baby boy is being wrapped up, the doctor comes in and Vision is like crushed that he absolutely like just missed the birth of his child.
He walks in, he goes, I missed it. Oh,
yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
I did too. So Geraldine tells the doctor, like, hey, like, why don't you help me with something? And so like they give, the new mom and dad a minute to themselves. And Wanda goes, don't you want to meet your son as yourself?
Oh,
so then
so sweet.
Vision turns into his normal self and he holds his son, which he names Tommy.
Aw.
An all-American name.
Yeah.
Yes.
As Wanda wanted.
Yeah.
So then, as they're kind of like absorbed in the moment, all of a sudden, surprise! Wanda starts pushing
There's
again.
Another one.
Yeah.
And has another one, Billy, solving their earlier dispute of what to name the baby.
Exactly. Perfect. They each get to name their kid. That's how Mr. Big and I did it. He got to name our daughter, and I got to name our son. I named our son after my dad. He named our daughter after a Quentin Tarantino character. So,
It works.
It works.
It worked.
And they are both adorable.
They are.
Yeah. Oh, they're all right. Today they were adorable. Here's my little birthing tidbit. In the comics, Doctor Strange delivered Wanda's twins.
Ooh.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. And it is a fact that the next Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda's going to be a major role in that. So, which leads me to ask, will Doctor Strange make an appearance by the end of the season?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, they should have put him in as the doctor.
They should have, but
Maybe he's just disguised as an old man.
they share some powers. So,
Ooh. Okay.
they go hand in hand. Yeah. Just something to keep in the back of your mind.
As we have a few more episodes.
A few more episodes left for us. Yeah.
I like it. We're moving on to almost the end of the episode. Bear with me because we're going to be going inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside.
Okay.
Vision decides to walk the doctor out and asks him if he will still be able to make his vacation. And the doctor makes the statement, small towns, so hard to escape.
You got it.
Yes.
I too.
So this makes literally so much sense as we know the people of Westview are trapped inside the hex.
Yes. Yes, they are.
And they're starting to realize that they are.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
so sad.
I know.
So now we see Agnes and Herb whispering suspiciously outside. And Agnes starts questioning Vision about Geraldine.
When I was rewatching it, I had the captions on it, and Agnes mentioned something about, like, did you see Geraldine walk right in? It said on the caption, that was what Agnes was whispering to her. She mentioned that Geraldine just kind of walked right in.
Oh.
And where did she come from?
I was wondering what she was saying to him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right.
So it did pick up whatever they were talking about.
Yeah.
So, tidbit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Love it.
I never would have thought to watch with captions on.
Me neither.
Now we're going to jump back inside. Wanda is starting to tell Geraldine that she's a twin and that she had a brother. And then she starts singing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Geraldine like visibly gets nervous
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Oh, your brother. He was killed by Ultron."
That was
Wait,
the
what?
wrong thing to say.
And that is pretty much Wanda's reaction. She is like in a stupor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this comment makes Wanda snap into reality and realize that Geraldine shouldn't be there.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when, the confrontation starts to occur.
Yep.
Mhm.
She's like, a what?
And then she's like, "Who are you? Who
Yep.
are going back to, what they keep repeating? Who are you?
Yeah.
Why are you here?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then we jump back outside, and Agnes, Herb, and Vision are talking about Geraldine and how it's strange that she doesn't have anyone there. No house, no family.
Mm-hmm.
And we never really thought about that.
She said her pipes were leaking, so how does she not have a house?
She could be lying.
I was going to say, or is it a ruse to get into the house?
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't know.
So then, guess where we go? Back inside. And Wanda asked Geraldine what she said. Like, what did you say? And she tries to cover it up by saying, "Oh, you're such a strong lady." And Wanda goes, "What did you say about Pietro?" And then Geraldine tries to change the subject and offers to rock the babies to sleep. And Wanda is not having any of it. And she's like, "You need to leave."
But Geraldine, like the look on her face, she really does look utterly confused.
Yeah.
When she mentioned Ultron, it kind of looked like she snapped out of like a trance.
Mhm.
And then after she said that, and then Wanda's questioning her, Geraldine just looks really confused. Like, wait, what did I just say? Why are you freaking out? Don't be like that. I just want to help. I
Mhm.
was just here helping you, and
Mhm.
now you're just kind of all pissy for
Right.
no reason.
No, I agree. She was
Yeah.
like, what? She was just as confused,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then outside, Herb seems like he wants to tell Vision something. He starts and then he stops. And then Agnes is like, shush, like, don't, Herb. Like, I almost wonder, and maybe you ladies know, what was Herb trying to say? I just want to be like, just say it.
Right. And the look on Agnes's face was like in desperation, like, please don't tell him.
Right, because like Herb wants to say we're all something. We're all like
Yeah,
he keeps
what?
repeating it.
Spit
And
it
Vision's
out.
like
Under
we're
her
all what?
spell or something.
Like we're all dead, or we're all trapped, or
yeah.
we're all supposed to be somewhere else, or we're really in a different time.
Mm-hmm.
So then back inside, Wanda notices the sword necklace that Geraldine is wearing
Mm-hmm.
and starts questioning Geraldine about who she is. And Wanda appears scared and upset that Geraldine somehow infiltrated her bubble of reality.
That's how I feel when somebody infiltrates my quarantine bubble. I'm like, what's that? What do you got? Why are you
Too
here?
close
Who
for
are you?
comfort. You're not allowed to be here. Personal space. Personal
Who
bubble.
sent you?
6 feet away. Who sent you? Do you have
Yeah.
cookies?
Right.
If you don't have cookies, I don't want you here.
Leave.
Drop the cookies and walk away.
Yes.
Yes.
And no one will get hurt.
I just doorbell ditch baked goods. Why can't
Yes, you do.
And you do it very fast, might I add. All of a sudden,
Literally.
look on the app, and it's like she's like running across the street. I was like, I was just there.
Back outside, Agnes changes the subject. She wants nothing of whatever Herb is trying to allude to Vision. And so she makes, the lovely comment about her husband.
Ralph.
Yeah. Gotta love him.
Do you think Ralph is a real person?
No.
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 Okay.
I think it's her cover up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she changes the subject to Ralph and leaves, and Herb is like, yep, me too. Like, peace out, Vision. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Groovy,
Vision
dude.
is like starting to catch on here.
It's like, what
Mhm.
the
And he's
hell is
like
going on?
confused. Like, why is everybody acting so weird?
Mhm.
Yep.
And after everything that they had just said about, Geraldine, he knows that she's inside. So he goes inside and is concerned and asks Wanda, like, where is she? Oh, well, she had to rush home.
But how did
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
The way she says it, oh, honey, she had to rush home. Like she was so calm.
but she never came out the front door.
Exactly.
Wait, no, she not only didn't come out the front door,
Wow.
she shot her through the front of the house, which
But,
she would have gone right
nobody
past
noticed
Herb,
that.
Agnes, and Vision.
Exactly.
And
No
none
one
of them
noticed.
saw it.
Nope.
Again,
We're reading too much into it.
I know we are. We're reading way too much into it.
But that's what we do.
I know. It's our thing. It's a cult. Okay.
It
so
is.
For those who are listening, all week we have been texting little tidbits to each other, articles to each other, alternate
TikToks.
theory. What'd you say?
TikToks.
TikToks to each other. That's the worst part. Oh my God. I get lost. I go, what does MCU TikTok have in store for me? I got 10 minutes to blow.
2 hours later.
10 hours later. Oh my God. I've because of TikTok, I have solved all of this mystery. Swear to God. But
I know.
yeah, don't you think they would be like, well, there goes Geraldine. They didn't even notice it.
No.
Right. Like, did she just sneak out the back door?
Where-
Like,
yeah,
what the
don't-
hell?
Right. Don't you think they would see a big gaping hole in the front of their house?
You would think.
It's not in the script.
Nope. So after Wanda blasts Geraldine out of the house, the next thing we see is the Westview sign. And we start to see a little disturbance in the atmosphere.
Mhm.
And out pops Geraldine. And the cavalry of sword pulls up outside of the hex. So
I just want to say really quickly, I think if there was a population sign, as soon as she was shot out of there, it should have gone back down one.
By
like
one.
a ticker.
Like a ticker.
I love it.
Like population 3,207. It would have been population 3,206.
Yes.
But you have to add the twins that were just born.
Oh, and it
Ooh.
would be 7.
Right.
8. It would be 8.
8.
Yeah.
8.
Okay, so does anyone else have a tidbit about the hex scene? Because I do.
I noticed it was red when she came out of it.
No, it was blue.
Blue, like
It
a
was
TV
blue.
static.
Blue, but then there was also red. Like a force field when she was coming out of it.
Mm.
What I was reading is that we see that the hex is blue, which leads us to believe that maybe
Mhm.
Westview bubble wasn't created by Wanda, since it's not red. But that maybe she's merely creating her own reality with inside.
Ooh.
And it kind of makes sense because literally Sword has the entire perimeter of the hex on lock. So
Mhm.
do I think that theory is correct? It's a possibility.
Maybe. I mean, even with the episodes we've seen so far, we have no clue.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, every other episode, every time something's happened, it's always been around the color red, and it's all been related to Wanda. So I'm almost
It's like inside is all red and outside everything is blue.
right.
Yeah.
So like I said, is she merely just living in the world? Like she's creating her old world inside of it, but maybe she's not the one who created it.
A bubble
Mhm.
within a bubble. It's like those Mickey
Ooh.
Mouse balloons.
Yes, with the prizes inside.
Yeah.
So I thought that was something to take note of.
That is a very good note to take. We're going to have to remember that. I'll
I was
write
gonna
it
say,
down.
hopefully we find something out more about that later.
All right, I'll put it in questions of clarity. What about
Yes.
the blue-ishness
Yeah.
of the hex? Got it.
So as the cavalry is pulling in to collect Geraldine,
Yeah.
the song Daydream Believer, which I literally
My
always thought
favorite.
the song was called Cheer Up Sleepy Jean.
Did you just realize this now?
I always thought the song was called Cheer Up Sleepy Jean.
Did you always think, listen to my question, did you always think the song was Cheer Up Sleepy Jean until this week?
Yes.
I love you. This is why at my trivia contest,
I am not good with the music.
the name that tune is not your strong suit.
Nope. 100% not. You hit me
Never-
with food,
It
medical
never is.
questions, food. I got you. Music,
No.
presidency,
Geography. And
and
geography.
geography. Count me out. I just kind of sit back and let everyone else take it.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I literally always thought it was called Cheer Up Sleepy
You know,
Jean.
Jamie, you get A for vulnerability there. I'm proud of you, girl.
Thanks.
Proud of you, girl.
Hey, I carry my team when it comes to things. Like I said, food, medical questions. I'm your girl.
Yep. Horror movies.
Yeah,
Oh.
horror movies, serial killers.
I'm right there too.
I have some eclectic taste.
Yep.
That's why we're friends. The three of us, I'm telling you. All
Yes.
right.
Does anyone have a tidbit about the song?
No. Well, it was written by
The monkeys.
I know it was written by what's his name? The sexy man. Sweet Caroline guy.
Neil Diamond?
Neil
Neil
Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah.
But it was performed by the monkeys.
right.
Yes.
It's about
Davy Jones was like my first crush. Let me just throw it
how
out
can
there.
he not be? Remember when they used to play monkeys on Nick at Night?
Yes,
Yes.
that's where I saw
Are
it.
you kidding me? Of course.
Yes. That was my first crush.
Because he was little like us.
Yes. Exactly. I was like, oh, he's so cute and little. As I was cute and little then.
Right.
You still are cute and little.
Well, there ain't no change in that.
So my tidbit goes with the song. We got off topic when we started talking about the song.
We took the scenic route.
Yes.
We did. To get to this, though.
That happens a lot.
That's all right. That's what editing
Yeah,
is
it
for.
happens. Okay, so I'll just recap again. The song that's playing at the very end is Daydream Believer, or I always thought it was called Cheer Up Sleepy G. So this song is playing as shut up. Fuck you.
Me and Nikki just had like the same face.
Okay. Go.
So I thought that this song was an odd choice. Of course, I had to look it up. I was reading that the use of this song kind of is a disturbing little pointer to the entire plot of WandaVision, that Scarlet Witch is actually trapped in a daydream. And the happily ever after world that she is desperately struggling to believe in. So,
I got goose pimples.
you know, going back to our whole everything means something, I just was like, why that song? And holy crap, I was like, alrighty then.
Wow. That's amazing. That's really good. That's really good.
That's like my mic drop tidbit.
That is your mic. That's the mic drop tidbit. Holy shit. That's a good one. That's a real good tidbit.
Oh man, I feel so good about that. That's how I'm going to end my episode.
So I've got tidbits.
Throw them at us.
The hexagon. So it might be a clue. Maybe all of this is happening by AIM. Do you guys remember AIM from Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're an offshoot of Hydra, but their logo was a hexagon, and the henchmen of AIM in the comic books wear beekeeper suits.
Oh.
Something to think of. Maybe all of this is happening because of AIM. Maybe. Just maybe. And
that's a good working theory.
We'll put it in the theories. We'll throw it in the bucket and see what happens. Throw it at the wall. And then, like I was texting you, lovely ladies, this weekend, all about how Wanda got pregnant in the comics. Well, we'll get to that later. I'm going to save that for next episode because that is a long drawn out, and then it would fit better in the next episode. So, but I wanted to also bring up Dottie, because do you guys know who Dottie is played by? Emma Caulfield.
She was in Buffy, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in Buffy, and then Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yes.
She was in General Hospital, but she's been around for a long time. She's done a ton of TV. I'm thinking that she has got to play a bigger role in this whole thing than what it looks like she's playing, because she only has maybe 10 minutes of screen time thus far, and where we have 2 more episodes left. She's not like a famous actor, but she's famous enough for dorks like geeks like us to know who she is.
Yeah.
And she has had constant work for the last decade or so, more so. On that theory, I think that she may play a bigger role. Plus, think about the last episode. She questioned Wanda. She challenged Wanda, but she wasn't banished. She was not banished.
Right.
So maybe,
she didn't bring up Ultron either.
She didn't bring up Ultron either.
True.
You're right.
I mean, she just questioned, like, who are you?
She wasn't banished, but she challenged her. She did cut her hand that beautiful color of blood, red.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know. She's only appeared so far in the series 3 times. Like this episode 3, she asked her husband,
I love it.
Do these earrings make me look fat?
And then the power goes out.
He's like,
and he's like, oh, thank God. Oh, good. I don't have to answer that now.
Dude, do these earrings make me look fat? Okay. Does this
question.
cream puff I'm shoving in my face make me look fat? If you ever ask your husband or your partner if this makes me look fat, insert whatever this is here. They're gonna say no if they know what's good for them, right?
Right.
Oh,
it's
seriously.
Just a stupid question.
So that was just something that I thought maybe might lead to something. But then again, I mean, her IMDb is just filled with a lot of guest appearances on TV shows. So it just maybe that too. I don't know. And then, this one was fun. When her pregnancy starts when she goes into active labor and like all this chaos starts happening and they leave the kitchen, they're in the dining room and Wanda and Vision pose like they're gonna karate chop somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That pose is the same pose on their very first cover of their very first comic.
Is it?
The Googler told me that one.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, just a little nod to it. The Scarlet Vision and Scarlet Witch #1. And then my last tidbit is about the twins. So they have Tommy and Billy, they have a very long story. And it is more epic than any other story arc for any other Marvel character. They were born to Wanda and Viz in 85, Vision and Scarlet Witch, which we know that. They were unmade when it was revealed that they were figments of Wanda's powers and imagination created with shards of Mephisto's soul.
I did read that.
And then they were reabsorbed into Master Pandemonium's arms in the West Coast Avengers. Okay. They reappeared as heroes in the first Young Avengers series and then reunited with their mom in the Avengers Children's Crusade series. So there's like a long history.
Mm-hmm.
But Mephisto, so in the comic, they are part Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
When this is all said and done, when the series is over with, we need to have quick backstories of who is who. And I think Mephisto, I think
Makes
he has
sense.
something to do with
Absolutely.
this.
I think it's totally spot
I
on.
really
though.
do. So that's my last tidbit. Anybody else have tidbits?
No, I shared all my tidbits.
Same.
All right. Answers for last week's questions for clarity. Last week, where are the kids? I answered this one with, they'll show up soon, so call them your tits. In due time. So all the children they were doing the fundraiser for, where are the children?
The children.
The children. I think you were spot on about that, you guys, about the children was just manifesting the children for Wanda.
Yep.
Right. Because after that, then she got pregnant. And then now she has the children.
There you go. Another question from last week was, does Vision sleep? My answer was, apparently we need to just let it go because people on Reddit are just nuts. It's amazing the rabbit holes I went down on Reddit all about how does Vision sleep? Does he just lay there and watch Wanda sleep like a creeper? And if so, he shouldn't be with Wanda because he's a creeper. Oh, it just
was he
let
like
it go. Yeah.
hang upside down like a bat?
Or does he like power off?
Right. I mean, even you got to even restart your iPhone once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
Got to charge, got to plug them in.
Right. And then the next question was, who's talking to Wanda through the radio, which we find out next week. We will find out. So calm your tits again. Next question was, where did the beekeeper come from? Again, calm your tits. We'll find out. Okay, where did he go after Wanda rewound? Now, this is something that has not been answered. We first saw this months ago. We still don't know. The Reddit folks think that she killed him, but really we just don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, she thinks, the Reddit folks think that she just killed him and just knocked him out of existence. It's just another reason to keep watching, so we figure it out, right? Just one more reason.
Yep.
Okay, what does 2800 mean was another one. Looked into that. 2800 is like a nod to Earth 2800, a numbered universe in which the Marvel Cinematic Universe may exist. There are other universes. Oh, also too, speaking of other universes, the hex is also the time jumps in Guardian of the Galaxy. They jump through hexagons. So hexagon is very prominent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So 2800 might just be a nod to the fact that the MCU is actually on Earth 2800. Okay. What does all the red mean? Blood, helicopter, big red gum. Well, there's nothing behind it, really. It's just a symbol of Wanda's powers.
Yeah.
At least that's what the Reddit people say.
And if you notice, the last 2 episodes, that's all she wears is red.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And same in the movies.
Red.
Yeah. Just her signature color. It's just her thing.
Yep.
What does 823 mean? We still don't know really, but the best scenario, it was Jamie's with the comic issue number. That was the best one I've come across. There was 823 on the watch, episode 2, and 823 on the calendar at episode 1. Did we find it 823 this episode? I could not find one.
No, I couldn't either.
All right. There is an 823 in episode 6 that I caught.
My next episode.
Your next episode. Okay, and then my last question for clarity to answer from last week, where was Mr. Hart during the talent show? Some things were never meant to be known. That is my answer.
It wasn't in the script.
Wasn't in the script. Yeah. So for this week's ladies, questions for clarity.
Why didn't the doctor question being carried on Vision's back?
Or why didn't he question how Wanda's pregnancy progressed in hours?
Yes.
Okay.
Next question for clarity would be the whole exchange between Agnes Herb and what did Herb want to television?
Yeah.
We're all what?
Okay. Because we still don't know that, even though we are a few episodes in. We still don't know that. Okay. What about the bluishness of the hex? Well, wait. So we know that's Monica Rambeau, right? We
Yeah.
know she turns into Photon. She takes her mom's name, right? But we know that she gets powers. Maybe that blue was her receiving part of her powers.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm going through my notes.
Yeah.
And going back to the whispering when I was looking at the captions.
Yeah.
So Agnes mentions to Herb, Wanda's stomach. Like, did you notice her stomach? Meaning, did she notice that she was pregnant? But she was never out of the house. So how would she notice her stomach? And then goes into mentioning that Geraldine just goes right in to the, like she went to the door and went right in.
I wonder if that has something to do, though, because like we saw in the opening scene in the opening credits, essentially, Agnes was with her shopping.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. We'll see.
But that was in my notes.
Do we have any other questions for clarity?
Those are my main questions.
Yeah, same here. There's not many this episode. This episode was just really the birth of the children. And, I don't feel like there was that many tidbits this one either. There were some, but.
But I do feel like the tidbits that we had were like groundbreaking tidbits. Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially your mic drop one. Woo!
I was so excited and proud.
All right. Well, ladies, let's end it here, right? So
sounds good.
We have an Instagram now, right, Alyssa?
Yes, we do.
Are we going to
America's Asses?
America's Asses on Instagram. We have, if anybody who's listening has any answers to any of our questions of clarity or has a question for us to clarify, we'll be more than happy to Google something that you could totally Google yourself. But or even
we'll help you along.
We'll help you along. But you can email us at americasassesgalcast@gmail.com. And what else, ladies? That's all we have for now. Things are coming. Things are coming down the line. You got to give us time.
Be patient. It's worth it.
Yes, it's worth it. Yes. So, all right, ladies, guess what?
It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
Yes.
All right, ladies. I love you.
Love you.
Love you.
3000.